Hello, welcome to the Transcendent. In this video, we'll learn what are HTML attributes and how does this function work? Until now, we have chiefly explored the core nature of an HTML element, its most basic form, much like the standard paragraph element. However, HTML also offers a degree more depth than before, extra capability that may be given to every element via a feature known as an attribute. So, elements define structure, attributes enhance function and flair. We have indeed examined a specific attribute already, particularly when we were studying the time element. It's important to note that particular attributes are designed to function only with certain elements. A prime example here is the datetime attribute. This datetime attribute is, in fact, exclusively applied to and makes sense primarily for the time element itself. The big idea here is that some HTML attributes are like highly specialized tools for very specific jobs, or perhaps very picky eaters. Distinct attributes operate with numerous elements, yet not each of them is compatible across the board. We shall review a few samples of these particular cases while we cover image and video elements later on. So now, we shall carefully view a few distinct global attributes. Global attributes represent special codes within HTML which are designed to correctly suit just about any element you could choose. Next up, we fully plan to show you 4 clear examples of the more widely noted and helpful global attributes available. The single most frequently utilized attribute is indeed the class attribute itself. This attribute offers us a clear method to affix a common, reusable label to nearly any element. So we can then accurately reference that specific label within our CSS files and thereby impart consistent visual styling to all of the elements that happen to share that same class. Super handy for making many things look the same without individual effort. Key takeaway: the main point is that the class attribute is like giving a group nickname to your HTML elements. Any element with that class nickname instantly joins the club and gets the same CSS style makeover. It's like a secret handshake for elements. Show the class, get the style. It is incredibly convenient and efficient for creating a wide variety of items that appear identical and perfectly consistent without requiring any individual effort or manual intervention. The ID attribute also enjoys wide use and is another popular choice among web creators. It closely resembles the class attribute in some ways, but with IDs, we are strictly limited to assigning each distinct name only a single time within a complete HTML document or page. We can indeed employ an ID for pinpointing CSS styles. However, its nature is vastly more specific, which can occasionally present a practical difficulty or become a problem. Consequently, for general styling tasks, CSS practitioners frequently prefer to rely on classes due to their flexible, reusable nature. IDs are especially beneficial when we need to interact with very particular elements using JavaScript code, or when creating a direct hyperlink designed to jump to a specific section of a web page. The absolute certainty that there will only ever be one singular element carrying any given ID name on the entire page proves quite advantageous for JavaScript actions or for precise link navigation. In conclusion, the certainty and efficiency of unique element IDs in conjunction with JavaScript actions and targeted link navigation play a crucial role in enhancing the user experience, streamlining the workflow, and improving the overall performance of a site. Key takeaway: think of an ID as an element's unique, top-secret serial number, strictly one-of-a-kind per page, while a class is like a group nickname. Hey, all you coolbox elements. An ID says, yes, you, the main header, and only you. This makes IDs the VIP pass for JavaScript to find that one specific element or for links to make a pinpoint landing. For CSS, using an ID is like having a personal stylist for just one element. Absolutely, it's crucial to ensure that generic classes are tailored to the unique needs and preferences of the participants, having stated that they can undoubtedly prove to be more effective and efficient when it comes to styling diverse and inclusive groups of individuals. Regardless of the specific application or scenario, The class and ID attributes furnish us with a practical method to assign distinct names to certain HTML elements, and then subsequently make reference to these named elements from other integral sections of the overall code arrangement. We shall now examine the very same demonstration piece from our previous lesson. However, we have since created an exact duplicate of it, and meticulously incorporated both classes and IDs directly into the underlying code structure for illustrative purposes. Further, attributes can also act quite widely, achieving various distinct outcomes. The Contenteditable Attribute helps a site's viewer to alter the given content of that very page directly in their browser. This particular block quote element is now fully editable by anyone visiting. As a user, we can indeed adjust the visible matter on this current web page, making live changes. Now, you will observe this edit won't alter the core HTML source code itself, and if we subsequently reload the web page, it simply reverts to its first, original state. It's like web page graffiti that magically cleans itself. All the fun of defacing property, with none of the permanent mess or illegal fees. This occurs since HTML itself solely offers the basic mechanism for direct alteration of content by a visitor. Consequently, back-end developers must then devise a robust system so that any new or modified content gets fully captured and subsequently saved permanently. Numerous distinct methods do exist for how a given site might actually deal with the task of keeping content safe. Thus, this specific aspect often wants custom coding solutions, developed uniquely for each website, frequently employing JavaScript. HTML certainly grants substantial inherent power and capability through the Contenteditable attribute on its very own. This includes the user's direct, hands-on engagement, the precise way the actual page visibly starts being modifiable by them, and its smart, intuitive response to items like cursor focus, the screen display, various input keys, and essential assistive devices or tools. It truly acts as a direct link, or a hook, into the potent, built-in features and functionalities of the web browser itself, all of which are conveniently enabled and made accessible through HTML. Many more attributes function in a manner quite similar to this one, effectively offering clear access to the browser's APIs. Application programming interfaces, readily available for JavaScript utilization. We strongly suggest exploring additional related lessons for achieving an even deeper and more comprehensive insight into these advanced topics. It's like the marker was invisible ink, and your original page is perfectly preserved, no harm done. HTML provides the stage and the props for this interactive user experience. Saving the actual performance is a whole other, more complex show. The Lang attribute provides a straightforward way for us to communicate to the web browser the specific human language in which the page's main textual content has been composed. This declaration is generally made by stating Lang equals, and then appending the designated shortcode for the particular language being used on that page. The dir attribute affords us a clear and explicit means to inform the web browser regarding the specific orientation or direction in which the textual content is intended to flow on the page. dir itself is an abbreviation that simply stands for direction. We use dir equals LTR when dealing with scripts that conventionally run from left to right, such as English, and dir equals RTL for scripts that are read from right to left, like Arabic or Hebrew. These particular attributes, including dir, are considered global attributes within HTML, signifying that they can be appropriately applied to virtually any element throughout an HTML document. A comprehensive and detailed roster of all the global attributes currently available can be readily consulted on the MDN WebDocs website, a valuable resource for developers. The dir attribute is essentially HTML's polite way of telling the browser, "Excuse me, but this text prefers to travel from right to left, like a very distinguished calligrapher," or "This text is taking the usual left to right scenic route." It's like setting the GPS for your words. So, LTR means let text roam, left to right, and RTL means rightward text lane. Using it ensures your Arabic, Hebrew, or English text doesn't look like it's moonwalking accidentally. And yes, dir is a global party attribute. It can hang out with almost any HTML element. Currently, for the present time, We kindly suggest you simply recall and take into consideration the four among many truly essential and vital global attributes that are readily available to you. These are the class attribute, the ID attribute, the Lang attribute, A, and D, also the dir attribute. We highly encourage and urge you to consistently make use of these attributes whenever you create and implement an element within your HTML markup file. The big takeaway is to treat class, ID, Lang, and dir as your HTML elements' trusty multi-toolkit. Class is for roping similar elements together for group styling. ID is like a unique serial number for that one special element JavaScript needs to find. Lang tells browsers and screen readers, "Pst, this content is speaking French." And dir makes sure text flows in the right direction, avoiding any awkward linguistic traffic jams. Forgetting them is like going camping without your tent poles. You might survive, but it won't be pretty or efficient. You can find all the necessary files and exercises to practice with this video in the attached files.